Top of the morning to you. Hello guys, ho 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 and all that crap. It's John the Mad Irishman with you today, and it's bum time. The mind the mug saying ho ho ho. That's my Christmas mug. I know Easter and all is gone at this stage, but I still put coffee in it and I still like it, and it holds a fine scalp of coffee, as we say here in Ireland. Anyway lads, it's Monday, so what's John been up to? A busy-ish enough kind of week. Started off, I got this beautiful little truck from it's a Revell truck, the ZIL 131. I didn't put the bonnet on. I'm waiting to get my hands on a nice little thin bit of rubber, and I come across it rather than, it's one of these things that you'll spot and it'll do perfect. And what I'll do then is I have the bonnet, hood, whatever you want to call it, in a kind of an upward position with a stake in there, just so you can see into the engine, because it's a lovely, you go to the bother of building a lovely engine, and if you're not going to see it, what's the point, I could have not bothered doing the engine at all, or just barely putting it in, not painting it, and sticking all that on, and then what's the point in doing all that, like they give you they're very fragile. They give you a lovely detailed underside. So, if you're going to bother doing all that, it'd be nice if you can sort of display it in some way, shape or form. Like I said, in the reveal for this thing, I fucked up in a few places, made a few mistakes. Most of it here was here in the cab section. You had to say, you had the cab base, you had the front section, and you had the back section, and the roof, obviously enough. And you were to put these, going by the instructions, you had to put this little section together, and at a later stage then you put in the doors. So I did all that anyway, and got it glued down. It looked lovely, looked perfect, but I didn't look closely enough at the instructions. To be quite honest with you, I didn't. It's my fault. There's supposed to be a quite prominent overhang here on the roof of the cab. There's been an overhang there where the window sort of sits back into it. I didn't notice that in the thing, and after taking so much care in doing all the little fiddly bits underneath, I was really, really kind of annoyed with it, because I didn't notice it until about a day or two later when I went to fit in the doors, and all that had sealed, set, cured, God knows what else it did. And at this side it wasn't too bad. There was a small slight gap, but at the other side there was a bloody horrendous gap. I filled it as best I could, and in the sanding and everything else, and it didn't come out. I'm not happy with it, as you can see here. It's just a horrible fit. So that's why that side is into the into the bushes. It's up on the shelf this way. So the good side is shown, shall we say. But apart from that, like I said, which was my own little mistake, paying a bit more closer attention to the thing. And if I'd read on further, I'd have probably, dry fitted the doors into place and all that without gluing them before to fit the top, and making sure everything fits and things, alignment and stuff. It's something for future reference, and for anybody that is building a truck and things like that, especially once it's got doors, fit all your doors and things. Don't have to glue them in place, but dry fit them just to make sure that everything sort of sits in and sits in well. That's all I can say about that. It was a beautiful kit, apart from that, my little fuck up, and it was a lovely present I got from Peter's Plastic in Sweden, and he gave me a lovely present of that. And sorry I kind of fucked it up for a finish, but still in all, it's still a nice little display model. And like I said, I have the bed pit pointed into the wall, so you won't see it and nobody will see it. So what else have I been doing? I started on this, the Dragon Panzer 3. I made a good start on that. I've bits here now, and they're all kind of. I've the lower hull done. Now I know I've the tracks on, but they're only dry fitted. The wheels aren't glued in place. That's the only wheel that's glued in place, is the idler. The idler wheel is glued in place all right, but everything else isn't. It's purely just so you can. It's much easier to fit the track on and off, and it's easier for painting, getting in behind stuff and things like that. I'll paint all the wheels separately, and I'll do the track separately, and then fit it all together at a later stage. But the fit on these kits are absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I've never done a Dragon kit before. I mean, there's loads of P in, hard to see places. You're saying to yourself, what's the point? But it's nice. It's a nice exercise, and I'll tell you, the quality of the mouldings and pieces. I know there's a lot of faff in, in building this idler wheel. There's about 12 pieces in it, including 6 pieces of PE, little semicircles of PE, which you kind of have to put around the idler wheels. And when it's all, it's just lovely engineering. It really is. It's very, very nicely engineered. And I've got one of the fenders done, and the one with the jack on, with the 15-piece jack. Oh, it isn't 15 pieces. It's what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 pieces on the jack, and it's a lot for a jack when other people sort of mould it into 2. You have the main piece and then just stick on the handle. But you can see the quality of it is unbelievable. It really is. A little bit of PE back there, and a bit of PE in here as well, to enhance, shall we say. And I'm comparing this every little step of the way and looking at different pieces. But with this one here, which is a Panzer 3L, and it's a Tamiya one. And shall we say, like with the idler wheel and this, it was 2 parts as opposed to 10. The jack was 2 pieces, this jack, and then there was the handle, as opposed to 10. The fenders themselves were moulded onto the thing. Loads of the work was already kind of done for you, and when you go down to little things like these struts here on the side, the fenders, or whatever they are, the fender supports part, they're pre-moulded onto the Tamiya one, and you can see them and you say to yourself, yeah, they're nice, they can depict a nice, they do a lovely job. And then you see the Dragon one, and there's no comparison whatsoever with it. It's just, the quality is absolutely fabulous. You can see that it's an individual piece. You can see that it's, it's how it should be, and it really is nice. Can't say enough good things about it so far. The instructions, God, they're hard to follow. It's just that I'm not used to that type of instructions, and they kind of stick a lot of information in the one little section. I'm trying to fit that on now, and it won't fit because it's backwards. But anyway, it gives you loads of information, and it's just each company have their own way of doing their instructions, and it's just me getting used to the Dragon ones. I'm not having any problems with it, shall we say. It's just different. They're different. There's 3 different A sprues. No, there's 2 different A sprues. There's 3 A sprues, but there's 2 of one kind and 1 of the other. And in the instructions, it kind of shows you which one to get. You use either the black marked A or the blue marked A. So, in taking the pits off, you get to kind of know which ones are which. But that's neither here nor there. It's enjoyable anyway. So that's really basically what I've been up to, modelling wise. Not telling you anything else. That's a bit personal, but that's what I've been up to modelling wise. Been watching quite a lot of your videos on the BootTube. I must say thank you to Solomon. That's Life After Work channel. Solomon gave me a little bit of a shout out there and said some very, very nice words about me. Thank you very, very much, Solomon. And also to Switcher. Switcher did, he's done a little kind of a series of videos there called A Modeller's Journey. And in part 10, he gave me a nice little mention in that. and thank you to Rick for that as well. And if you're not subscribed to Switcher or Life After Work, do so. I'll stick a link below in the description box to the two lads, and go check out their channels. You'll find them interesting, informative, and entertaining. And Solomon is purely, he's not just a model. His channel isn't just purely of modelling, it's life after work. You know, it's his retirement channel and what he does. And he's pottering around the house, and it shows his lovely barbecue area and things like that. And just watch him yourselves. And such nice people. This whole community is full of lovely, nice people, actually, I must admit. Well, there's the assholes too, but aren't they everywhere? Those assholes are everywhere. So that's really my bum so far. When it comes to new bits, they haven't arrived yet. I have an order in from Jadlam for a couple of kits. When they come, I'll show you. I'll actually probably leave it until next Monday's bum, unless I do something during the week. If they come today, later on today, I might do unboxings and things like that. But they're a couple of kits I have for down the line. That's really it. I did get some paints, but I'm not going to take you out and showing you, oh look, I got some blue paint and I got some yellow paint. But I'm not going to do that. What else is there to do? What else is there to do on a Monday? Oh yes, last week I got a lot of complaints about having a banana up my bum, in my bum, on the bench up Monday. Banana. Anyway, people didn't like a banana. What's wrong with a bit of fruit, lads? It's very, very nice. And with all the chocolate that was going around, you had to have something different. So anyway, this week we're back to the chocolate, lads. You'll be happy to know we're back to the chocolate. This week's bum chocolate is from Galaxy. It's a Galaxy Duet Caramel and Shortcake. No, and apparently it's new. So there you go. This week's bum chocolate, Galaxy Duet. So lads, that's it from me. I have nothing more to add, really. That's all the bits and pieces that I've got done during the week. And I have, as you can see, I have a busy week ahead of me with this little dragon kit. It's not a kind of, like with the Tamiya kit, you can just fly through it and build and things like that. But not with the dragon kits. I have noticed that. This one's... the kit itself makes you slow down. This is my first time doing a dragon kit, so I can't say. I can only go by this one. I can't go by any other dragon kits, but I've noticed that this one has made me kind of, I don't know, I've just taken that little bit more care and attention, especially after fucking up the truck, shall we say, and making a silly mistake by not, by not checking one little thing. To me, I've made a major error, and I'm not happy with that, and I don't want to make the same mistake again. Obviously, I'm not going to make the same exact mistake again, but silly little things like, not dry fitting properly, not checking alignments and things like that. So, just a hint for future reference, lads. Dry fitting is a major thing that you should do, and nearly and not in every part, but on a majority of parts, especially if there's other parts that are going to come later on down the line and fit close enough to that. It's just easier just to save whinging and crying later on, shall we say. So anyway, lads, that's it. That's for me, bum. I'll catch you up next week with another new bum. I more than likely will do a proper update during the week on the Panzer III, because it's for the Say Cheese group build, and I'm working on some figures as well for that. I don't have them in front of me because I'm just after stripping them, if you know what I mean. I'm using old figures, and I have to stripping sort of a couple of layers of old paint off them, and they're in the kind of the flaky stage at the moment, so I'm not going to. There's no point in showing you that, like. So hopefully by then I'll have them kind of painted up and things, because I find I haven't painted in a couple of hours. I'm very, very quick at painting the figures. I don't go to real super detail with them because I'm not an artist, and I don't proclaim to be. And my way of doing the figures is I just give base colours on the face, a quick sort of wash with the Citadel stuff, and it does perfect. It gives it tone, it gives it dark and light and all that kind of thing, and when you look at it from a little bit of a distance, it works. So I've tried to finish this about 2 or 3 times. We'll finish it up for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. I do appreciate it. And don't forget to stick a like as well. You know, the old thumbs up. They're kind of a good indicator to see if I'm doing the right job or doing the wrong job. So like I said, lads, catch you up on the next one. Catch you up next week or during the week. And don't forget, just go out and buy a kit. Build it. Enjoy building it. And who cares if it comes out perfect or not? Who cares if it's an expensive kit or a cheap kit? I mean, like these kits that I've come during the week, one of them is from it's a Tamiya kit, it's an old Tamiya kit, and it's from 1972 moulding. And they haven't changed it. And it was a cheap kit. I think I only paid 13 quid for it or something like that. So, you know, you don't have to go off and spend 60, 70, 80, 90 quid on the latest kit. You can do just as good a job with a cheap one. Like I said, there's a Tamiya Panzer III, and a lot of stuff already pre-moulded onto it and things like that. It's down to how you finish the kit. You know, to me, I find that, you know, the building process, yeah, they're enjoyable bits and pieces like that, but once I have that all painted up, it's going to look so similar to that. So any bits of stuff like that, we're in the making, in the, you know, the enjoyment of the making of it. So anyway, let's good luck. I'll see you. I ramble on here for hours if I'm not pulled away. Catch up next week, lads. Stay safe and be nice to each other. It's a big world out there, and we're all small people.